Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video today, and today the Houston Astros have lost to the Oakland Athletics 8-2. Very disappointing today's loss, but at the same time, as disappointed as I am that the Astros lost this game, at the same time, thank God the Angels have saved the Astros. But yet again, the Angels are like God to the Astros. I'll go over two different losses in two different series. The Astros right before the All-Star break, if you guys remember, played the Texas Rangers at home. That was a big series for the Astros. They won that first game, of course, in that series on a Friday, and then the next two games, they lost those two games. And that was huge because those two games could have set them back pretty far back, or not pretty far back, but it would have been a big setback, for the division and, coming back and taking the division. But no, guess what happens? The Angels, at home, take care of business and sweep. Yes, I said sweep. They swept the Mariners. Now, let's fast forward to these last couple of days. Now, instead of the Astros being behind from the Mariners and the Astros just staying where they are and not going far back, they're leading the division. They're tied. They lose yesterday 4-0. And when you lose 4-0, and then you see the Mariners playing the Athletics, for sure you think, okay, well, the Mariners, after losing a series against the Astros, are going to take care of business. It looked like they were taking care of business because they were up 1-0 in the ninth inning. But what was the final score? 5-1. The Angels win. What was the score again tonight? 5-1. So the Angels save the Astros yet again. So the Astros are still leading the division. That's the only bright side you could say about these three straight losses. You can say, okay, well, after Sunday's loss, we're still number one in the division, tied. And then after the last two losses, we're still tied because the Angels are lifesavers. But at the same time, these are huge opportunities that the Astros have blown because these are games that the Mariners should be winning. And these are games that the Astros should be winning as well. So right now we're witnessing the best two teams in the AL West drop crazy games against the worst teams in the AL West. Now, the Astros can use the excuse that they're on the road, which I don't think you can really use I actually really regret saying that because, no, you cannot use the excuse of being on the road. There are 10 fans there. A little bit more than 10 fans. But there's nobody there. So you can't use the excuse of being on the road. Maybe it's a little bit different than playing at home, but it's not much more different. There's probably more Astros fans there than there are Athletic fans. I see a bunch of orange by home plate, so that might be like another home game for the Astros. So not gonna use the road excuse. But the Mariners are playing at home against the Angels, and I want to talk about the Angels for a minute here, since they are saving the Astros, but and have done it 4 times now since before the All-Star break. These Angels are playing pretty good right now. In their last 10 games, they're 7-3. They're now 44-57. They're playing a lot better baseball, and not just the fact that they're 7-3 in their last 10 games and playing really good. They've beat the Mariners 5 straight times. But it's also the upcoming schedule for them. And might I add that the last 10 games that I just talked about being 7-3, those are all against division teams. That's 1 game against the Rangers, 4 games against the Athletics, and 5 games against the Mariners. So a lot of division matchups for them outside. They played everyone outside of the Astros in the last 10 games, and they're 7-3, and they got some more division matchups coming up. Soon, and they've been playing some good baseball. Look at their upcoming schedule. They got the Mariners tomorrow to finish off that series. Then they have the Athletics for 4 games. Then they have the Rockies for 3 games, and then the Mets for 3 games. So that's 11 upcoming games where playing some easier teams. The Mariners are they a good team? Sure, but a team that the A's have actually been dominating this season? Yes, and then you got the Athletics, who I know have played good in these last two games against the Astros. The Athletics are a team that the Angels have done really good against this year as well. And then you got the Rockies; they're terrible. The Mets, it's a series where you might lose this series, but you can definitely take one, or you can maybe get a second game and win the series. But I really think if you look at the next 11 games with the Mariners, one more game with the Mariners, more games against the Athletics, and then 3-game series against New York, and also the Rockies. I think you could go 7-4 in those 11 games, potentially 6-5 potentially with the easy matchups for Los Angeles. So the Angels are making some noise right now, but I don't think anybody's talking about it because it's not huge noise. They're still 13 games under 500, but at the same time, they are 7-3 in their last 10, and the next 11 games are very easy. So watch out for the Angels. All right, 8-2 is the final score. Astros lose their third straight game, but they've blown opportunities in the last two nights with the Angels taking down the Mariners. These were huge opportunities for the Astros, but they cannot get the job done. I think mainly the one thing I'll look at, I know there aren't a lot of runs coming in, 0 yesterday, 2 today, so you can't really blame it all on the pitching, but the pitching is a big problem. Last two nights with the starting pitcher, Spencer Urquidy, was bad, terrible, and Jake Bloss tonight gave up 5 runs in 4 innings with 6 hits, so the starting pitching and the pitching in general the last 2 nights have been terrible. And I'm not saying that, if you look at the offense, that's been a problem as well. But, pitching, bad. That's been terrible. 12 runs in the last 2 games against the Athletics team. Don't like it. 8-2 is the final score. 13 hits for the Athletics, 9 for the Astros, 0 errors in the ballgame. Win goes to Bido. He's 2-1 in the year now. He pitched 5 innings. He had 4 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, 0 walks. Loss goes to Jake Bloss. He's 0-1 in the year now. 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Jake Bloss takes the first loss of his major league career. But at the same time, now has an ERA of 6.94 in his third start. Brent Rooker had a 2-run home run in the first inning, 2-0. Third inning, how about Victor Cartini? Welcome back. This was a good sign from this game. How about this? Yeah, Cartini's first game, not just first game, first at bat back. Home run to center, 404 feet, 2-1. Cartini did the same thing when playing his first game in the minor leagues in his rehab appearance. First at bat was a home run, so he continues the tradition, 2-1. But more home runs, but not the home runs we want to hear. Butler with a home run in the third inning, 3-1. Brown with a home run to center, 4-1. Galoff with a home run in the fourth inning, 5-1. How about former Astro? We're down 5-1. I don't really care. I'm going to support this guy, Abraham Toro, one of my favorite Astros. Not one of my favorite Astros of all time, but he was someone I loved when he played here. He hits a single. Blade scored. Langelier scored, 6-1. I love the former Astro, Abraham Toro. Then Butler with the RBI double in the 6th inning. Schumann scored at 7-1. And Langeliers with a home run for the Athletics to left, 8-1. I mean, yeah, this is not the first time where we've seen the A's have some power, being able to hit home runs. They hit 5 home runs in this game. What was it? Just a week or 2 ago, we witnessed them crush the Phillies like 18-3 or 2, whatever it was. And they hit like 7 or 8 home runs or whatever it was. So, yeah, they've shown some power. It's not like the Astros are playing a team that is completely terrible. This is some team that has shown some power this year. And they showed it again tonight. And they've done it against good teams. They just beat the crap out of one of the best, or I think the Phillies have the best record in MLB. And they scored like 18, 19 runs on them. So, this is not an A's team that is empty of talent. So, they have some talent, but they're just not just great. They're just not great talent. So, yeah. All right, let's go over. And then Pena in the 9th inning with a home run to left center, 418 feet, 2-8. How about that for Jeremy? That is his second home run in the last 3 games. He had one on Sunday. Jose Altuve went 0 for 3 today. I blame Prize Picks for this, actually. Prize Picks had a taco for Jose Altuve, which is like a giveaway for zero point 0.5 hits, RBIs, and runs scored. Altuve had 0 in this game. 0 hits, 0 runs, and 0 RBIs. I blame Prize Picks. So first inning, he struck out swinging. Third inning, flied out to left. Fifth inning, popped out to shortstop. And then in the eighth inning, the Astros brought in Aledmys Diaz for Jose Altuve because it was a blowout. He struck out swinging. It was 8-1 game at the time. Alex Bregman went 1 for 4 today. He had a first inning double to left, but then went 0 for 3 the rest of the game. Jordan went 2 for 3 today. First inning single to left, Bregman to third, and then a sixth inning double to center. So he was halfway through the cycle. Every time I see Jordan after he got the cycle, I think about Jordan potentially getting another one because yesterday, in yesterday's game, Jordan had a double, and then he was walked, and he had a couple of strikeouts, and so I've just been thinking about another cycle, and then today again, first inning single, and then a sixth inning double, and then he gets replaced. So imagine in the fourth inning, fly out to center. Imagine that goes out, and then if he stays in his last at bat, he'd be a triple away from a cycle. I mean, that's just crazy thinking, but he was halfway to another cycle. Chas McCormick went 0 for 1 because he came in for Jordan. Chas batted for him in the eighth inning, flied out to left. But those are the right decisions by Joe Espada to bring in Aledmys Diaz and Chas McCormick in the eighth inning. When you're down 8-1, you don't want anything to happen to Jose Altuve or Jordan Alvarez get hurt, then you'll feel terrible. Yanner Diaz went 0 for 4, starting at DH with Cartini at catcher. John Singleton went 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts and a couple groundouts. With John Singleton struggling, recently, I'd like to see the Astros potentially, start Aledmys Diaz at first base, or maybe potentially put Joey Loperfido at first base, so maybe you could have Trey Cabbage playing as well. So give John. If I were the Astros, I'd give John Singleton the day off tomorrow. Jeremy Pena was great in this lineup today, 3 for 4. He had a fifth inning single, and then a seventh inning double to center, and then a ninth inning home run to left center. So all I'm thinking about after Jordan Alvarez on Sunday is imagine the second inning if he would have got a triple. So there's ways to look at potential cycles in this game for Jordan and Jeremy Pena, but just didn't happen. Jake Myers went 1 for 4. He had a single to left in the ninth, but that was it for Jake. Now let's get to Cartini. He's 2 for 4 in this game. He had a home run and an infield single. I'm not going to go over a potential cycle for him, but that could have happened. Joey Loperfido went 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch in the fifth inning. So that's really it. That wraps it up. I'm a little disappointed with the Astros continuing to strike out a bunch. This is now 42 strikeouts we've seen the Astros struck out 42 times in the last 4 games. That is too much, if you ask me, for a team that has not struck out a bunch this year. But I want to go over the Astros pitching. Jake Bloss pitched the first 4 innings, went over him. Sean Dubin pitched the fifth, gave up a run and 3 hits. Seth Martinez, another not-so-good outing. I'm not going to stress about it because he's been great all year, but he pitched 2 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts. If I were the Astros, though, I'd give him some time off, let him get a little rested up because his last 2 outings, we've seen him struggle a little bit, give up some home runs. So for the Astros, I'd let him rest a little bit. And then Rafael Montero would come in and pitch the 8th inning, right? Yeah, the 8th? Yeah, the 8th. And he'd give up a walk, but didn't give up a hit or a run. So yeah, tough loss, but Angels were there to help the Astros again for the 4th time this year so far against the Mariners. And not only that, but, Cartini had a home run in his first game back. And hopefully the Astros can go out there and avoid being swept and get a win tomorrow. I'm going to make a prediction, though. It's a prediction I'm going to hate to make, but I'm going to make this prediction. It's not a terrible prediction, but I'm going to go ahead and say the Astros don't get swept tomorrow. I'm going to say they win, but I think there's another team that won't get swept either tomorrow. I'm going to say the Mariners win as well. I want the Angels to win. I want the Angels to continue to I don't want to see the Angels do good, but I'd rather see the Angels win than the Mariners. So, and I don't care if the Angels, win a couple games. I feel bad for their fans, to be honest. But they can win a couple games, and especially if it's against the Mariners. So I want to win. I want the Angels to win tomorrow. I want us to win, of course, but I don't think that happens. I think the first one happens. I think the Astros win tomorrow, improve to 53-49, but I think the Mariners win as well, and the Astros and the Mariners remain tied, which is fine because the Astros will still be first, but obviously the Astros would rather have a lead in the division. But they could have had that, but had to play better baseball in these last two games, but they didn't. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out.